kickoff.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And some room to run now. We're never to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
At the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Bo. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Space to maneuver at the 40. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34.
A 34-yard attempt.
The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And that will tie us at 3-3.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring. You know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
The score time.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 36, Vick. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. That's off the mark, incomplete. As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL, and no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, though, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're 2 good teams, 2 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now, and it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh and Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday. New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one. They set up the screen to Bo, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Switching gears, CD, one thing that I saw on social media this week that we need to pass along, if we can switch sports for just a minute, LeBron James has got the LA Lakers into the NBA Finals, of course. It'll be his 10th ever appearance, and they'll be taking on the Miami Heat. But what caught my attention was a post of LeBron's on social media of what he does every night while in the Orlando bubble. He settles down with a nice, refreshing beverage and fires up a game of Madden. So we had to give him a shout-out and wish him good luck.
Hey, good luck to LeBron and the Lakers. What a great final taking on the Miami Heat. So he and AD taking on Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. What do they call him? Buckets? What a great NBA final. Hope you guys have a blast. And LeBron, keep playing. We love it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Steelers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Vick now after the fumble recovery. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick, and some space here. And what a clock reading zeros. He is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a third and about 3 to go. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
9-yard line.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush just tee off on your quarterback makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And less than a yard.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. Touchdown, Titans. Willie Snead. 44 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Anderson to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 21. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to line up now. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now Jackson.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 30 yards there. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Steps away to his left.
Tonight's final score.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.